is me! I am lost, for I am a man of unclean lips, and I live among a people of unclean lips. Yet my eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. So all of a sudden, in seeing God in His bigness and His nature, he sees how sinful he is. And he freaks out and he basically goes, woe is me! I am a sinful man. And so then the awesome thing is then what happens after that. Then one of the seraphs, verse 6, flew over holding a live coal that had been taken from the altar with a pair of tongs. The seraph touched my mouth with it and said, now that this has touched your lips, your guilt has departed and your sin is blotted out. So basically, Isaiah, in seeing God's nature and His bigness, he responds in reverence. And then immediately God comes and says, I'm blotting out your sin. I'm taking care of it. As you have a revelation of who you are and who He is, then He deals with your junk in your trunk. Okay? And the great thing about the Old Testament talks about our sin being blotted or covered. And then Jesus comes on the cross, and it's no longer blotted or covered. It's washed away. See, before it was dealt with, but not permanently. And Jesus comes and deals with it permanently. And He washes it away. Now let's watch as His sin is dealt with, then how Isaiah responds. Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? And I said, here I am, send me. Famous Isaiah scripture, here I am, send me. At the beginning of chapter 6, most likely it will say the call of Isaiah, or God calls Isaiah. Now, please understand, at no point in this scripture right here does God ever talk to Isaiah specifically. Like, it's just like Isaiah is viewing in on the heavenlies. He sees God in his nature, in His bigness, and Isaiah responds. And then God says, He doesn't say, Isaiah, will you go for us? He says, who will go for us? And Isaiah, after seeing His bigness, basically responds and says, me, Lord, me, send me. See, I would encourage you at the top where it says God's call to Isaiah, or Isaiah's call, or whatever it says, to put Isaiah's volunteering. Because really what happens is Isaiah sees His nature and His bigness, and it basically says, you're so awesome. Send me. I want to play all in. I want to volunteer. God's looking for volunteers.